So, you know, increasingly, like I said, you know, I keep reintroducing more traditional stuff back into the program. But I become more and more convinced that the only way you'll ever get anybody to do traditional techniques is to start them off with basic stuff, gloves on, and getting used to getting hit. In other words, if you try to do advanced stuff from the first time and it's like jab, and you're going like, oh, I've never seen this shit before. You first learn to like, if nothing more, right? He goes, jab, oh, I'm just getting used to seeing punches coming at me. And getting used to what real range is. I'm not blocking a jab that's there. I'm blocking a jab or cross or whatever it is that's really going to hit me. Then I can start doing, right? In other words, again, it's to give me the courage too, because to make the traditional techniques work, I have to at least stand my ground, if not move forward, right? Run them down, you know, that Chinese character I talk about. Right? Go jab. Okay, good. I was hoping we wouldn't hit too hard, but don't do this. We're wearing gloves. Another reason I like gloves is that you feel like more comfortable. It's human nature. Everybody goes to train hard without gloves. They're lying. I don't care what they said, they're lying. You don't go like up to your friend and go, whoa. Just don't do it. I was very light. That was very light. But that was very light. But in other words, I can't do 1,000 reps of that and not end up bloodying his lip. It's not going to happen. And you know what you need to get good? At least 1,000 reps. Right? The Chinese saying is 10,000. There you go.
It's the beginning of the
right? If you're not training with gloves, if you're not training with a mouthpiece, if you're not training with protective equipment, the chances of you consistently training to develop these skills, no, you're doing a fucking yard all the time, right? So that's one. Like I said, it's getting used to getting hit. You know, hit me and getting used to getting hit. Right? If you have consistent injuries all the time, that's not a way to live a modern life. The second thing also is that if I break my fingers in every class, how many classes am I going to attend? We wear gloves and shin guards and when we spar headgear and mouthpieces. So we can go hard, we can go live, and we can still get up and then come back and do it the next day, right? You do jiu-jitsu, right? If I broke your arm every time we did arm bar, how much jiu-jitsu would we do?
That was the last class.
Right? What we can do though is we can roll around and every time I get you in a submission, what do? You tap, right? And then what happens? We get up and we do it again. Start all over again. It's the same concept. The second thing is you're going to make mistakes. If you never make mistakes, you're not drilling right. And you're not learning what a fight is like. Because what's going to happen as a fight is you're going to make a mistake. And if you freeze in that mistake, you're done. That's it. That's why a lot of fights are over like that. In the street, right? Two guys are talking, one guy decides to punch, and if the other guy doesn't respond, the other guy just keeps punching, and then it's over.